that's my title card. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about how we've been working on story on StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty. So I equate it to putting together a gang for the big heist, you know, like robbing a bank or robbing a casino, just like Ocean's 11, if you remember they had to put together the gang for that. So when you're putting together a gang for the big heist, you don't need the 10 best getaway drivers in the world. You need just one, just the best getaway driver. So I thought I'd take you through the different types that we have working on the story. So first is the general. Here I'm using a picture of Dustin Browder. He is the game director of StarCraft 2, and he is the leader of our team. He's the big picture guy. He pulls the team together and he enforces discipline. So when you're robbing a bank, you need someone that can do all of those things. When you're telling a story, you need that as well. Dustin always has his eye on the big picture. When we let story start to compete with gameplay, or gameplay compete with story, he's the one that is looking at the big picture and says, these two things have to work together. They have to be one experience for the community. So you also need a godfather. Here I'm using Chris Metzen. He is the Senior VP of Creative Development at Blizzard. And he is the guy who came up with the story of the first game. So Chris is definitely the godfather. He's done this before, keeps your head on straight, thinks outside the box. And you definitely want that. Chris is a guy that can talk about any idea in the StarCraft universe. He's been thinking about these characters and this world, this universe, for many years. So he's a great resource for the story. Then you need the inside guy, the inside man. Here I'm using a picture of Samwise Didier, Senior Art Director, StarCraft 2. So Sammy does a lot of the great artwork that you've seen. He's got a talented team of artists who produce such great work. But in addition to that, he's also very much like the inside man. You know, he would be the guy that works at the bank and knows all the guards and the schedules, and he knows where the safe is. And that's very much Sammy. Sammy is a great example of someone who understands the community. You know, if I bring an idea to Sammy and he doesn't think it's good, or he doesn't think it feels sincere, or he doesn't think that you would like it, there's a good chance that's the case. So I always listen to Sammy because he's got such great instincts. You also need a getaway driver, someone who's going to get you away from that casino or that bank or whatever right after the robbery. So here I've got a picture of Chris Siggety. He's the production director of StarCraft 2. And so for his job, he keeps an eye on the clock. If the heist is taking too long, you know, he lets us know, you got to get in there, get the goods and get out. He's on the lookout for danger all the time, and he's got good reflexes. And that's very much what Chris does in terms of the story. You know, he is the one that keeps us moving forward and doesn't let us stop in one place for too long. He's always aware of the problems that can come up, and he's always out there looking for them. So finally, that's everybody you need to get you to the safe where the jewels are being kept. Finally, you need a safe cracker, someone that can actually go in and get that safe open. So some of the attributes of that safe cracker is it's got to be a problem solver, it's got to have the right tools, and it's got to be not afraid to blow stuff up. And that's absolutely my favorite part of the job. So as the safe cracker in the StarCraft story, you know, I often have to solve problems, but I also have to take all of the bigger story stuff that we've been working on and figure out how you, the player, are going to experience it. So, you know, trying to figure out how we can weave story and gameplay together into one experience is a big part of my job. And then the other part is, sometimes we have a lot of great ideas, we're all happy about them, and then I go and I try to put them into the story, and it just doesn't work. That idea that we thought was so great, it's just not good enough. Because, as you know, Blizzard has a big commitment to making it the best it can possibly be. So when that happens, I have to blow it up. I have to go back and say, hey, that idea that we loved, it's not good, can't use it, and we have to start over. We have to rethink it. So that's a big part of what the lead writer does, is implementing the story, making it flow and feel right, making sure the characters are all true to themselves, and then destroying it if it's not good enough, and starting over. So, storytelling is very adaptable. You have to be willing to constantly evolve and keep working on it until it gets better and better and better. So, I'll give you an example from the making of StarCraft 2. I'm sure you've all seen the original announcement launch video, and at the end there's a Marine with a cigar who says, "Hail, it's about time." So that Marine was originally just a Marine. He was just a guy, any kind of Terran Marine. But as soon as the team, put the whole thing together and they saw what this guy looked like and what he sounded like, and they got a feeling for who he was, they realized this is an important character. This is a guy that everybody will really respond to. So the team actually got together and figured out how to make this into an important character in the story. So some of you have probably heard of Tychus Finley, and if you haven't, you'll know all about him very soon when you're home playing. He's a crazy, larger-than-life character who you'll either love or love to hate. So Tychus is very important to the story. We weaved him in and out of Jim Raynor's story because it was the right thing to do for the story. So there's a lot of adapting that you need to do in order to make the story as good as it can possibly be. And we really wanted that because we really want every single one of you to have a really awesome experience with this campaign. And maybe, you want to play it 5 times, hopefully. And we want you to be really excited about the entire StarCraft universe. So anyway, I will be signing boxes, and I look forward to meeting each one of you. And I'm really excited that you're going to get to play this game soon. Thanks.